batch creation actually worth it, or is it more valuable to you to do it on a day-to-day as needed basis? I am somebody who has done a lot of both of these types on the day-to-day and in batch creations, and I can with full confidence say the vast majority of us benefit from doing batch creation for a couple of reasons, and mostly it boils down to saving time, effort, and stress. So batch creation is when you're going to be doing a lot of content at once and then spacing out its release, as opposed to doing it on a day-to-day basis. So if you have to do 4 big YouTube videos for the month, let's say you do 1 a week, you can either do 1 per week or you can do 4 of them all at the same time. The benefit comes in when you do it all at once because it saves time and effort. When you're going to be filming, you do have to set up your lights, your cameras, your microphones. You're going to have to do your hair and makeup. You're going to have to figure out your wardrobe, and you're going to have to speak on camera. Now, for most of us, it does take a few minutes to get into speaking mode. So we have what we usually consider like the first pancake flop. So when you start to record, you're going to stumble over your words. You're going to say things wrong. You're going to have to start a couple of times to get into the correct mode. But once you get into recording mode, then it becomes very easy to speak. In fact, right now, I have already filmed over a dozen videos. So that's very easy for me to now talk because I'm in the right headspace. I'm aware of what my words are going to be. I know how to intro things, and I'm not stumbling over it because I got that out of the way with the first video. So if you're doing batch creation, you mess up, you get your weird wonky stuff out of the way, and then you can just film through and it's not an issue. If, however, you're filming these videos this week and then next week and then the next week, it's all start and stop. You have to set up the lights, you have to set up the microphones, set up the cameras, you have to sit down, do the weird wonky talking, and then get into the actual video, and then you have to tear everything back down. If you're doing these individually, then the next time you have to record, same process again. You waste all that time and effort. So for me, I just filmed over a dozen videos while I was sitting here. This is pretty well into the list of things that I am filming, and I have not had to reset up my content. I don't have to put my lights back up. I don't have to redo my hair and makeup. I don't have to redo anything. It's already done, and I'm just knocking them out back to back. So I'm saving myself a tremendous amount of time doing this. It also means I have more consistency across my content. So if I am doing like a series of videos, if things are building upon each other, or if I'm doing things where I can reference something I already recorded, I am very much in that mode. I don't have to think back to what I did 2 weeks ago because I just did it. So that allows me to then repeat what I've already said, build upon what I've already said, and call back what I've already said. So batch creation is incredibly beneficial because it saves a ton of time, effort, stress, and it means you can do more with the content you're creating. So if you have the ability to batch create, by all means do that. It also takes away a lot of stress. I had intended to go on a vacation. I went on vacation recently. And I was planning on doing a ton of content so that it was completely covered while I was gone and well into the week that I returned, so I didn't have to stress about it. And I ended up getting pretty sick right before I went and was not able to do that. So let me tell you the amount of stress I had on me the last couple of days of my vacation when I had to record on vacation and when I got back because I didn't have content. So I immediately, when I returned, had to keep creating. It was way more stress. It was unnecessary, and it only happened because of a couple of glitches with getting sick and like things happening in my life. So while I had planned to batch create and have those things done and out of the way, peace of mind, it didn't happen, and it just added so much chaos to my life. And I always try to get things done in advance, and I will always continue to try to get things done in advance so nothing happens. In this way also, if an emergency comes up, if you have, some type of accident or a health issue or a family issue, or you just get like a really cool opportunity to go on vacation and do something. If you have content already made and ready to go and it's up and scheduled and edited and all of those things, you don't have to think, you don't have to blink, you don't have to hesitate. You can just go handle whatever you need to handle without worrying. So batch creation allows you to level up. It allows you to be prepared. It removes so much stress and effort. And it's just better overall for almost everybody. There's probably an outlier that prefers to do it like 1 a day. That's a rare unicorn of a person. For most people, batch creation is far more effective and far more helpful for every single bit of your well-being and your business. So batch creation is elite. Cannot say enough good things. The more you can get in, the easier your life is going to be, and the more you're going to save time and effort so that you have more time. Remember, I talk all about saving time and effort because I want you to live your best entrepreneur life while also still having a life. You can either take an hour of your week and keep setting lights up and down and take things on and off and all of those things and waste that time, or you can just get it done. One of my favorite stories is a couple of years ago, I timed how long it took me to get up, turn on my lights, and turn off the room lights. During the course of a week, I wasted an hour just turning on lights. So then when I rigged up my lights so that I could just press a button and go, it saved me an hour. That gave me an hour back during that week to do other things. And batch creation gives you back time to do other things. So drop your ideas down below. Talk about your tips and tricks for batch creation in the comments so we can build up as a community. And we'll see you in tomorrow's episode as we continue to help you live your best life as an entrepreneur while still having a life.